Let's go! In today's video, we're talking about snow into the Northeast in the near term. Another possible system for the upper Midwest could bring snow. Otherwise, warm air pushing on in with rounds of rain and even severe weather as we go into the weekend. Then, a big pattern change to widespread major warmth. Wait till you see the anomaly map coming up. But will we have a pattern change around Christmas? Hello there, it's meteorologist Brian Ivy for your Snow Plow News video. SPN is news and reviews for everybody within the snow and ice management industry. We're looking out for you contractors. We'll have some snow showers here today with a little bit of lake enhancement. The main activity won't really get going until upstate New York, and it moves in towards New England. Yes, this will be a snowy corridor even in the coastal areas of New England. We'll see a little lake effect, but overall dry air will hinder much in the way of accumulation for any snow belts downwind of the Great Lakes. But you can see that snow kind of hanging on a little bit up into Maine. And then off towards the west, we'll watch for this next system to develop, and it's going to move northeastward, and we're going to start pulling in warm air off towards portions of the north with that system. Notice the snow spreading on in across Nebraska and Kansas and Minnesota and Wisconsin, but it'll be eventually a rain system that will continue to develop as we go off towards the south, and that's going to be the start of a pattern change to very warm weather pushing eastward. The troughiness settles into the west coast. That'll be interesting to take a look at, but look at this. Huge big blocking high, massive ridge, extremely strong for this time of year. That's going to have some big implications. Before we get there, we will see these rounds of rain move through as we go into the end of the week and the weekend. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. This band here is going to be some of that snow. So we will get that. And then look at all this moisture. The West Coast just deluged with rainfall and high-level mountain snow, big time. We'll talk about that as well. So continuing with the FUTURECAST, it starts off a little dry to the west with this big system, even some severe weather moving through with this. Snow staying well north, northern Great Lakes, and then north of the big Canadian cities as well. Heavy rain moving through and big ridge developing and pushing in that warm air, and then we get active out west. Yep, look at that. That's going to be multiple days of activity of rain swirling on in. Those higher terrain snowfall, cascades into even portions of the Sierra Nevadas and into the Rocky Mountains. Some breezy conditions at times across the middle of the country, but this is just a big ridge and even an above average amount of sunshine likely into a good chunk of next week across much of the eastern half of the country. And maybe a few showers by next Wednesday as another system develops off across portions of the west. So snowfall is really going to add up west, especially those mountain ranges. We will see that one event slide on in there. So that could drop a few to several inches. And this first event that we see as we go throughout today into tomorrow, that'll be a little bit of snow for New England in a couple inches, generally speaking, not a ton. Look at this. This is just major heat, relatively speaking, for this time of year. Well above average. We have not made too many maps that look like this in the winter time over such a big area, but it's going to be toasty, that's for sure. Notice across the extremely above area in the brown color. Only cool, yeah, that'll arrive over the west coast. That's over the next couple of weeks or so. When will we see a change? Well, it's possible right around Christmas or so into the end of the month. We'll break down the pattern a little bit and we'll get some cold air to form across western and central Canada. Should descend into the west. At times, it'll push into the Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, Northeast. But we're also going to battle with some warm air from the south. So overall, a good chunk of the rest of your December is going to be pretty mild. And we're going to hold off a lot of snow threats unless you're far north or west until Christmas or so.